Michal Suski is an SEO specialist and co-founder of Surfer, the content intelligence tool for SEO and content marketing. He has been evangelizing the product and data-driven optimization approach ever since. Hello, Michal.
Hey, thanks for having me. That's a big pleasure for me to be with you today.
Oh, I'm so glad that you agreed to come on the show. So, I was wanting to, basically, do a demo, right? For you to share your screen and go through and demo some of the capabilities, right? We can do that. 15 minutes, half hour, whatever.
Yeah. That will be, I want to focus on the features that bring the aha moment as fast as possible, and I know your folks will be related to content creation and optimization. Okay, so this is Surfer, the content intelligence tool that will take you from the ideation to the execution of your content strategy in minutes. And today we will focus on two most important features to accomplish that task, which is the content planner tool and the content editor tool. So let's take a look at the content planner. The content planner is a tool that allows you to create the content strategy in a few moments. And let's take one of these content strategies that I have in here. There's a history of the analysis I've created in the past. And I wanted to start with something relatively basic, like how to start investing in properties. This is a group of topics that you should consider having on a blog where you'd like to explain investing in properties, making money, doing business this way. And we started with this how to start investing because we added this informational intent at the very beginning. And what you see here on the screen is 151 clusters of keywords. And clusters of keywords mean that these are groups of keywords that you should rank together to satisfy Google and to satisfy users. So the information passed through these articles are like there's a complete set of information about the specific topic. And as you can see, we have a lot of topics found to tell people how to start investing in properties, from like, this is cool, house buying process step by step, stamp duty calculator for England because we are specific for the United Kingdom. I've created the analysis for the UK market. Real estate.
Now, to get to this, did you enter in that topic that somewhere? Did you enter that in to start?
Yes, I did. That's the content planner. I will create something right now. Let's say how to create content that ranks in Google, maybe too broad. How to create content. Okay, let's give it a shot. It will give us topics that we should build to become an expert in content creation. We can start like how to invest in stocks. It will be pretty cool as well. Or how to replace iPhone battery.
How about where to hike in the Smoky Mountains?
Oh, absolutely. Smoky.
No E, just you give it Smoky Mountains. No E, just Y.
Smoky, like this.
Yeah, the mountains.
Okay, we don't have a spelling lessons in Poland. I always struggle. I always ask people to use the chat. But in the meantime, when they are created, I will go back to the one that I was showing. So in general, it takes minutes. Or I will tell you what it does because it is pretty cool information. So basically, it analyzes your competitors that show up on how to invest in stocks. And it checks what are the articles that help them build topical authority around that topic, so they become these experts actually.
Hmm.
And then we apply machine learning algorithms to do the clustering work. And the clustering work is basically analyzing those sets of keywords that pages are ranking for and comparing them with each other. So we can create groups of look-alike pages that answers the same groups of keywords. So we can join them into a cluster. And in general, Google creates clusters by themselves by presenting the same content for different queries. And we just took advantage of that strategy with creating the content planner. So we have this how to create content.
Hmm.
And you see 169 topics that's a year or even 2 years of writing for a
Yeah.
small business. Like we
Yeah.
have LinkedIn content strategy, developing a content strategy, content creation, what is it, editorial calendar, B2B. Let's scroll down. We have marketing hacks. We have content that converts for small business, content marketing strategy, webinar content marketing, data driven. It was like, oh, see, data driven content, boosting blog traffic, SEO one-on-one trainings, writing for Medium, content distribution, entrepreneur content. I'm scrolling really fast, and I'm not even in
No,
a
no, no,
half
that's
of these
fine.
ideas. So as you can see, if you want to be an expert in how to create content, you basically create articles that target these keywords in groups. So this is one article, this is the second, this is the third, fourth, and so on. And we will move to the content editor soon, because
Hmm.
every group of keywords should be transferred into content editor by clicking this button. Basically I can just generating content ideas. Okay, like I will create it. So it will basically create me a guidelines that I will receive in a content editor tool that will allow me to create content that will be optimized for this group of keywords that has a total search volume of 1,380, that can bring me roughly 300 visits a month from organic. That's kind of estimation. So we can tackle topics that will not only boost this topical authority but also bring us traffic. So we probably already have the Smoky Mountains, and as you 200 topics, so you'll have a
Yeah.
lot of what is Andrew's Bolt?
He is. That is probably. I think that's one of the. That's one of the.
Is it number
The.
one
It's a
thing?
clear. It's a clearing. It's a clearing. It's a clearing on top of a mountain. A lot of people like to go to.
You see, and it is number one thing brought by the content planner.
Yeah.
Does it show the relevancy of these topics to you?
Oh,
You're a
these are all
specialist.
relevant. Yeah. Yeah.
And like this topic on the top left is the closest to answering the query where to hike in Smoky Mountains. The second
Hmm.
one is a kid friendly hikes in Smoky Mountains, so it's kind of family trip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are they like Rocky Mountains, so high and steep, or rather relatively okay to have some sort of like easy hikes? How is like?
Hmm. Let's scroll down. Let me just look and see. It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like you mentioned you have a business about
Yeah.
hiking, about Smoky Mountains. That's the
Yeah.
content strategy for you. Basically, take it. I will share it with you, no problem. You can start. Like you can. You see, I will just click here about this Andrew something. I will create a content editor, and within 60 to 120 seconds, I will be able to click here and get the public link that I can share right away with my
Hmm.
writer, and the writer will be able to access it, create the content using the guidelines, and it will be here displaying the content score on the screen for you, so you will be able to see the progress
Hmm.
of writing, and then move to your website and move to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, and to the next one. So that's super simple strategy that you can start using right away. It's been like 3-4 minutes and we have them all created, like how to invest in stocks 188 topics created about the fidelity, about the penny stocks, about
Mhm.
investment apps, and so on and so forth. Let's move
Now,
to the
would you
Mhm.
split some of these topics into multiple paid pieces of content?
Absolutely not. Every
No,
tile is a separate article and only one.
one
And why
article.
is that? Why is that? Let me bring back Google's algorithm again. So Google sees a piece of content and it thinks, okay, that's okay piece of content, I will rank it. And it ranks it for 10 keywords. And it ranks the same piece of content for 10 keywords. And then we look for a different competitor, and he also has similar article that ranks for similar keywords or the same keywords, and
Mhm.
another and another. So there is a pattern that Google wants these keywords ranked together, not separate. And
Mhm.
we use these patterns to determine which keyword should be ranked together and which keyword should be ranked separately. And here they are. This is the first group of keywords that you should rank together. This is the second. This is the third.
Mhm.
And if you want to be data driven, you don't want to mess with it. I mean, you can. You can divide it, but it can affect cannibalization issues, like fighting two articles for the same keywords, and that will only confuse. So I would
So I imagine
definitely,
some SEO firms just use this to generate their content strategy, right?
yeah, I would sell it for thousands of dollars,
Yeah,
export that into CSV so they don't know I just generated it in 3 minutes.
yeah.
So white labeling is strong, but I'm fine with it, as they are using content editor to create the content. So
Mhm.
we had this article already done, Andrew's Bold, and I can click it. I can open the content editor, and now we can go through this tool.
Mhm.
So we have the content editor tool that will analyze the content on the fly. Like I can type Andrew's Bolt in
Mhm.
Smoky Mountains. And now I hit the keyword Andrew's Bolt and probably the Smoky Mountains too somewhere. In
You
general,
can put Great Smoky Mountains right there. Yeah,
yeah.
and Great
So
Smoky Mountains. Yeah.
great.
Why is that showing it as a? It's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, in general, like you see, 1 out of 7, I have it. But
Yeah.
I this article will be 2,000 words long, and I have to use it at least 7 times, up to 13 times, to make my content dense, to make my content really focused on Great Smoky Mountains and Andrews Bald.
Right.
This is what the other guys do, and if I don't know what is Klingman's Dome Road, which is clearly I don't know what is it, I can click on it and I will get examples of use from my competitors. So I can read that the
Mhm.
Klinkman Domes Road to the large parking area at the end. Okay, it's a 7 mile long, blah, blah, blah. I can educate myself, I can do the research. And the goal for this content editor is to use as many of these suggested terms, because these are also NLP entities. So
Mhm.
named entities. So things Google can recognize as,
What is? Can you
well,
tell the audience what NLP stands for?
yeah, absolutely. So NLP is a natural language processing, and it is some sort of machine learning stuff baked into Surfer that extracts the most meaningful terms from
Mhm.
competitors' content. So the fluff is gone. There is only stuff like this Clickman's Dome, like the Bolt Trail, the Andrews Bolt Trail, so more context.
Mhm.
Sugarlands Visitor Center, whatever is it, but it's a named entity. There's a hiker mentioned as well, so you have to use the word hiker too. That's
Mhm.
obvious. So all of these phrases will be a spine, a
And what do you
crawl.
what? And when you click on heading spy, what does that do?
Yeah, it will show you 5 keywords that you should consider using in a heading. Like
I
if
see.
I will use Smoky Mountains National Park, let's create an H2. Okay, Smoky Mo and it will tell me, okay, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cool.
in general, it will tell you what you should consider using within specific segments. All is all the content, and the headings is specifically headings. Those five should definitely be there, like Andrews Bolt, Forney, Rich Trail, Trail to Andrews Bolt, and Clickman's Dome. These five are must-haves.
All
But
right.
besides of these guidelines, you see here we also have the brief section, and the brief section will contain topics and questions. This is nice for the FAQ. Like,
Yeah.
how long does it take to hike Andrews Bolt? I definitely need it, right? And
Yeah.
I will need it as H3, for example. That will be my
Mm-hmm.
H3. And I will type like, it is 5 hours, but
Right.
not as H3, but actually as normal content. Um,
I
but
get
the
it. Yeah.
the
All right.
biggest the biggest improvement lately is the outline builder, and this is AI driven tool that will analyze competitors' headings and will create a summarized paragraph of unique content that you can start building on top and editing. So we have these H1. Uh, I would just add. Oops, I messed it up. Yeah, the styles are not the best yet, but in general, it will do something like when I click it, it gives me the hike to Andrews Bolt and a paragraph of content. Let's take a
Mm-hmm.
look at H2s. So we have, for example, trial description. Definitely. Who is going to love it? I am going. And what makes it great? This is another great kind of intro paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
We have directions, we have uh, more of our favorite Smoky Mountains adventures. So it also tells me that I should consider adding more different hikes for people so they can go to Andrews Bolt and then what?
Yeah.
So it points me into the direction like what should happen actually. So this content is unique. I already
Right.
created 500 words and my score is 55 already. So
Yeah.
I can help myself a lot with this initial input. And imagine that you as a writer, you don't start with 0 words. You start with a bunch of headings and a bunch of unique content paragraphs, so you
Mm-hmm.
can build on top. You can add these creativeness. You can optimize using like balsam woolly adult whatever. I mean, I'm not good at this, but in
Right.
general you use these terms that make your content. But what is this really? These terms will make your content about hiking to Andrews Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
These are like stamps, like
So the way we would modify it is we would tie into the memorable experiences thing, and we would just say a mesmerizing hike to Andrews Ball that you'll never forget. Right?
that's your job. That's your
Yeah.
job. My job is to tell you that Andrews Bolt should appear at least 29 times,
All right. Cool.
right? And you can share it with anyone. This is cool because you just click here, share, and you copy this public link, and I can share it with you, and you can become my writer, the seven-figure one. As you can see here, I'm in kind of editing mode, and I can see the progress here.
Well,
So if
I can see this being useful. We get a lot of people. We get a lot of requests from small businesses, um, and we have not been able to really deal with them.
and they
But
can write by themselves, you just need to
I
tell
could
them
see us using this as a tool that we could actually offer a service to small businesses.
do it, do it. I
Yeah,
mean, I will help
I
you
might
through
actually
the process.
might look into signing up for this.
Uh,
This looks pretty good so far.
yeah, and it works pretty good. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it was working for the agency. It will work for your people as well. Like it's 5,000 people using it, working for them every day.
yeah.
Uh, so if someone's processes are tied to Google Docs, that's fine because you can create new Google document right away, and with the Chrome extension, you can have Surfer in Google Docs. So all of the collaboration kind of things that you like about Google Docs are here. So the same experience, but enriched with the guidelines on the right hand side that do the same job. So I will just take the content, put it here, and boom, score goes up just like there. So
Mhm. Can you designate parts of a document to not be considered in your score?
no.
For example, if we have some meta information we wanted to put into it.
Oh yeah, so you can do it here. You open the customization, so you can review the competitors, you can change the length and structure, you can change the terms, you can blacklist some of the terms if you want,
Oh,
and you can add notes.
okay, so we can put our own notes in there. Can
Yeah,
notes
custom.
can a notes be something that's templated as well? Is it a way to pull in automatic notes
mm,
that we give to a
Unfortunately
writer?
not. No, you just have to paste it here
All right.
by yourself, but the templates are something that we are asked a lot to add.
All right. Now,
Like,
and so they can see these notes from the Google Doc?
what do you mean?
There's notes, right? You just added the note. So
Yeah, yeah. So
they're in
it's
the
here in
Google Doc,
brief. Yeah,
so
yeah,
they can
yeah,
see the notes. Okay,
yeah,
custom
yeah.
notes
There is a
right there.
notes.
Perfect. Okay, that works. So we
I
just
will.
cut and paste in there. All
And
right.
when I open the Google Docs again, uh, I will have the guidelines, so
Mm-hmm.
the brief, and I have the notes, and it is custom notes I've
All
just
right.
added there. So you will be able to provide any kind of information like the due date, the intent, the type, the things to mention, things not to mention, and so on and so forth.
Can they edit the notes there, or is that
No,
no?
it's a
Okay.
read only.
All right.
And in fact, that's all I want to show you.
But you can have a link to you can put in the notes. You could put a link to say a Google Sheet.
Of course,
All right.
yes, you can do anything in the notes, and you can even style them. So there's like an editor that allows you to
All right.
do the headings, add bullet lists, and so on. And even we have one template that's insert competitors.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of silly. I know it's silly, but but we have a template.
All right.
So there is a possibility to create more.
All
And
right.
if that's something you will push me to add, I will try to make it happen.
All right.
As I'm really interested in cooperation, so we can definitely tailor it somehow to like no, not Tyler. We can make you an influencer,
All right.
and that's it about the tool. I don't want to get into
Well,
SEO details if
I know.
people
I
want it.
know. Can you just click on the other ones just so I can see them? You don't have to go into much detail. So let's see what the audit looks like.
Oh yeah, sure. So the audit looks like this.
Uh-huh.
You got the score. You've
Okay.
got the some information about the backlinks. Some information about this one is actually cool.
All right.
Internal links opportunities. So what Surfer does, it crawls your website looking for pages that
Oh,
are,
that's great.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it looks for relevant pages, so topically relevant. So we won't suggest you to link from like random pages. We will suggest you to link from this is about percussion,
All
like
right.
drum set, and it's about beginner's guide to like different kind of instruments,
Right.
and we will even tell you where to link from. Like this is the best location to put an internal link pointing to audited URL. So when your content lands on the website, you can create an audit, and the audit will tell you how to boost the article with the resources you already have.
That's great. All right.
And then you have the terms to use, so stuff you've seen in the content editor but in more like a static way. So
Uh-huh.
you see a snapshot. Okay, this is what I'm missing. I can click on the action and I will get all the red arrows on top.
All right.
Then we will have information about the length. So the content is too long in this case. Headings are way too long.
All right.
Paragraphs are okay. So we are too long in headings only. And not enough bolded keywords. So this is kind of a warning that you
All
get.
right. Cool.
And information about the exact keywords, like here's how many. Whoa, 11 exact keywords. So definitely not a good idea. Like no one is using the exact keyword, and this guy is using it 11 times. So he's definitely over optimized.
All right.
Then we will have information about the partial keywords, information about the structure. So one H single H1, that's a good idea. 67 subheadings, so it is an overkill in this situation, like the title and description and the page speed. So page is super fast and it loads in less than 2 seconds, so that's one of the best results in the top.
You
So
do anything with
this
images and things like that too?
images are there in, where are they? Yeah, here. So we have 21 images. That is slightly too many.
Hmm. And
So
other
yeah, that's
media,
just,
besides another media, consider adding a video or anything like that?
no.
All
I
right.
know it's obvious. I know about this factor for 3 years already, and it's
Okay.
not there.
All
I
right.
mean, yeah.
And then
Yes.
SERP Analyzer, what is it? It looks at the SERPs,
Sure,
right?
sure, sure. I will show you. And you can, of course, select competitors here and
Okay.
share it. Share it just like the editor. So it's a public link, so you can ask someone, like, just do the things the audit tells you.
All right.
The SERP Analyzer, this is SEO tools for experts that will analyze correlations of the ranking factors on the chart, and there is like a bunch of ranking factors on the left hand side. You can browse, like, for example, do they use exact keyword in meta description, and the page one does it. Maybe this is important.
Uh,
uh, do they use partial keywords above default? They do. Exacts, only the page one. This is kind of insightful. So you
mhm.
can analyze bunch of factors regarding use of terms in specific segment, like P, like H, like bolded, in links, in the URL, and so on. But also the page speed information, like load time, TTFB, and so on.
Are you doing the Core Web Vital stuff yet?
No,
All right.
I wish we did.
Yeah, you
What?
will.
There's a
You will
media. You see?
eventually. It's
This
only
is
they only recently got it, so
yeah.
don't feel dejected.
Yeah, but I asked to have it like half a year ago. But you see, there's a media. You see, there's a media,
Hmm.
and we have images. Yeah,
All
I know
right.
it's silly. It's silly, but there is, in total, is like 500 factors you can analyze one by one on the screen. You have the competitors with their content score and the domain authority. You can create an audit from here. You can find a screenshot. If there is a unsuccessful crawl, you can paste your custom HTML. You can check the content outline, in fact. Yeah,
Hmm.
like this. So basically headings and hidden content, bolded keywords. uh, so it's basically about correlations and competitors, analyzing them. There are a bunch of tabs that will allow you to find, like, search terms with their search volume and relevance, questions to
Do you analyze
answer.
schema? Do you analyze schemas as well?
Yes, we do. For example, if you hover these, no structured data found, but no structured data. No, well, oh yeah, here it is. News article, image object, person, and organization. Here, this kind of schema
All right.
and this kind of schema. So you can help yourself a little bit with uh, getting the idea of what kind of structured data types are used. Like here on the chart, you can even check total structured data types embedded. Page 1, 2, 3, 4, no structured data, but here you can find like there's 9 types embedded, and there you go. Here they are. So that's the SERP analyzer. It's a kind of a raw data that you can go through. And the keyword research, this is a tool that is obsolete when you have the content planner, because the keyword research will allow you to, well, browse through keywords in many
Do all that stuff that you do automatically, so there's no point in doing it.
Absolutely. And when you
Yeah.
can do it like this and already grouped into topics, then why
don't you offer the keyword research as a free tool that is an intro into your buying the whole thing?
Why you say we don't?
You do? You offer the keyword research tool as a free tool?
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
You can. This is Google, right? And can you see the search volume and the CPC value here? And can you see additional box of keywords where you can do research?
Oh, so that's what the keyword surfer is. Okay.
Yes.
Good, smart idea. See, you guys are smart.
300,000 users see powered by Surfer.
All right. That's smart.
And
that's smart.
Take a look at this, because it will blow your mind. I will create a content editor freemium.
All right.
And I have these words and phrases to include. I don't have the score.
Yeah.
But I can write and can satisfy these terms. So it can give me a feeling of how it works, and it can actually give me the value.
That's great.
So yeah, there are free tools in Surfer. I should mention it on the radio. Like there's a 0 entry level to try it out.
Cool.
And now we covered everything.
Yeah, now we got it in the webinar, which we mentioned.
With the most of our focus on the content planner and the editor, where I want people to go first and get this aha moment right away.
Yeah, fabulous. All right, well, this has been great. I think this has been a good demo. We'll edit. I'll probably add in some of the intro stuff from the podcast, and we'll have a webinar. All right, I mean a demo. All right,
nice,
cool.
Nice, sounds great. Let me know how can I help promoting it. I bet Caitlin sent some information over already, so I will take care of it.
Fabulous, cool. Well, it's been good to meet you, and hopefully we'll talk again sometime.
Yeah, likewise. All
right, and I think I'll check out and use your tool. I'll test it on one of my. I might test it on the Smoky Mountain site.
Make sure to ping me. I'll be happy to assist you.
All right, cool. I will.
Okay, so have a great day then.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.